Hello and welcome back to A World Without with me, Kris.
And me, Jack. This is the podcast where we get into the hypothetical and discuss what we think would happen if something from our everyday lives suddenly stopped existing tomorrow.
Yep, and today we're talking about what life might be like in a world without smell.
So, would you miss it?
Good old sniff.
Yeah.
Probably, because it's something that your body knows. It's like a way of seeing what life is out there.
Yeah, because it's nice smell.
Sometimes.
Well, this is a good point. But I ultimately think it's the most useless sense, right?
A lot of people have rated it their lowest sense.
If I had to lose one,
that's what you'd pick.
100%.
Straight away. Smell gone.
Yeah. Because as you just said, sometimes it can even be bad. I mean, I know sights can be bad as well, and they're bad sounds.
Touch can be bad. Almost all senses can be bad. That's the point of a sense.
One of the most common ones that I think is a horrible thing, more notably, is a smell. A bad smell.
Yeah, a lot of the time smells can be more negative than positive.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what they're for, though, right? It's to warn you of danger.
I guess so.
And stuff like that.
I do think they're quite good for nostalgia, though.
They are.
I definitely think they're the most nostalgic sense. As much as they are generally pointless, nothing reminds you of something quicker than a smell of your nan's house or something. And you're like, what's that? I'm at my nan's house.
I'm at my nan's instantly. Yeah. They say that smell is the biggest memory trigger of all the senses.
And I think it's the most instantaneous because sometimes you'll be like, oh, what's that? Oh, I've seen them somewhere before. Who are that? But smell, I'm there immediately.
One sniff, you're instantly
and you're there.
Transported to a
even
new
before
world.
you even know where it is, you know where you are. You're just like...
There's all this new VR technology and all that. Scrap all of that.
Smell-o-vision?
Just get smell thing. Yeah, smell-o-vision going on.
Yeah, smell-o-vision, why did that never happen? I feel like that we missed out on something there.
Because I think it's quite hard to replicate smells. You need a lot of chemicals.
True. Because there's that restaurant, isn't there, where everything's dark and it's all about the smell of the experience
the food.
And the taste, obviously. But I remember was it Heston Blumenthal? Is that the dude that did it?
I don't think he set the restaurant up.
Oh,
but
okay. Well, I thought it was, and I remember him talking about how part of the menu was it's like smells of the seaside when you have your fish and chips,
right?
And that's part of it. It's not about the
seagull
look.
poo and all that.
Seagull poo, seaweed, just all the bad stuff.
Yum.
Yeah.
Again, smells are often bad. This is the thing. Whenever I think of the word smell, I think of a bad smell.
Well, yeah, because you go, that smells.
That smells.
If someone goes, oh, you smell, normally not a good thing.
Thank you very much.
Not normally a good thing.
No.
You have to follow it with nice. You smell.
Exactly.
Nice. Otherwise, the default is probably bad, isn't it? Favourite smell, though? What's your favourite?
Favourite smell? Probably like fresh cotton. Or something
cotton?
Like that. Or when something's come out of the wash, you often get like a cotton smell.
I was not expecting that. That's the weirdest one I've ever heard. Fresh cotton?
Yeah, like fresh linen.
Right.
Like fresh clothes.
Fresh sheets.
Laundry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or petrol. Quite like a bit of petrol.
I really like petrol. It's bad one, that. That's not a good one to be sniffing.
Don't go around sniffing any petrol, people.
Because I like petrol and candles when they've been blown out.
Oh, yeah, like burning stuff.
Yeah. But I like fire and petrol. Am I a pyromaniac?
You might be a pyromaniac. I also, weirdly, kind of like manure a little bit. A little bit. Weirdly, in a kind of like sadistic kind of way. Like you go to the countryside and you're like, oh, ooh.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Weirdly, I like it.
That is weird.
But I think purely for the connection to, I'm in the countryside.
That's weird, Mal. I'm not sure I've admitted that.
I'm not going to start covering myself with manure smell.
Like it a bit. It does sound like... This is a weird revelation I've had about you. I thought I knew a lot about you.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you wish you hadn't.
And you know what to get me for my birthday.
Yeah. So I found a list of some of the best rated smells.
Hit me.
Cut grass.
I got hay fever, no thanks.
Okay. Coffee.
Yeah, I'll take it, I
See,
guess.
I don't like the smell of coffee. I don't like the taste, the smell, the sight.
I like the taste.
Touch. It's a bit hot.
Couldn't really be... couldn't really be fussed with the smell, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Freshly baked bread. Yeah. That's harder to say than I thought.
Freshly baked bread. Freshly baked bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd like some of that. That's probably up there.
Bacon.
Yeah.
I'm veggie, but yeah, I've got to admit, it
smells good.
It does smell really good, doesn't it? Mint.
The smell of mint.
Yeah. Really,
I just smelled then, like I was trying to remember.
What is that? let me just imagine it. Yeah, I really like fresh mint. Oh, I love that smell.
I don't know. Mint's got a weird thing with me because it just reminds me too much of toothpaste. I just sort of
Okay.
get a really like
But it's
medicinal
really-
thing of it.
Yeah, I guess it can be quite
But it is
medicinal.
fresh.
It is very fresh.
It's fresh.
It's fresh.
You can't deny that.
Vanilla?
Yeah, vanilla. Love a bit of vanilla.
I think it's a pretty understated smell, vanilla. Personally.
Usually, when people say vanilla, they kind of mean plain and boring, but proper fresh vanilla, ooh, baby. That's got
Maybe
some
I've never
whiff.
really experienced the proper fresh
I
stuff.
think you've been getting the low budget vanilla.
The sea.
Nah,
I like the smell of the sea.
just salty, innit?
Yeah, it's good though, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Rosemary.
You're losing me. You're getting into
I'm
too
not sure
culinary.
I know particularly the smell of rosemary.
No, I don't
like
think I
the
do
taste.
either. I don't know what the taste or the smell is.
And I've got here petrichor.
You got? I thought you said petrol, and my ears pricked up.
Petrichor. Do you know what that is?
No.
That's apparently the name of the smell after it's just rained.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a name apparently, and
Yeah.
it's called petrichor.
I know that smell. I can smell that smell. And weirdly, yeah, I do like that. It's kind of like that stormy kind of smell. You can. I couldn't put my finger on what it smells like though. I don't think
Damp?
we've got enough descriptive words for smells.
Yeah, do you think that's the problem?
I think that's it. You know, you say something looks red. Oh, it looks shiny. Oh, what else?
I think it smells,
Good,
bad.
bad. That's about it.
Because like going back to your manure fetish you apparently have,
Yeah.
what does that smell?
It's not a fetish. Here, let me just make that clear, right?
What is the description of that smell of why it's bad other than it's just horrible
it just
in
makes
your
me-
situation nice?
It just makes me think of the countryside. That's all.
Yeah, but it's like you say, it's quite hard to describe that
Yeah.
smell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Did you know that smell is the oldest sense? Have all of the senses.
Right, you're saying like bacteria and stuff.
Bacteria.
They
The first thing they did
before
was
they had
smell.
sight.
Yeah, a bunch of
Okay.
amoebas sniffing each
Didn't
other.
that touch?
Back in the day. No, I think that came after smell.
Wow.
Interesting, right?
That is
And
interesting.
Also, it's the first sense that we have had in the sense of when you're a baby, that's what you
what you
smell.
develop first.
That's what you develop first.
Wow.
Fresh wombs smell.
It feels like weird that would have developed first, seeing as we said, it's quite useless.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, I guess not, because it's quite useful for animals, isn't it?
It is. Animals really
I feel
utilize
like
it
in
well.
the society now we have language and stuff. I think we're better at communicating things or finding things out than animals who just
They're just like, let me have a sniff of your butt, and that'll tell me everything about
tell me
you.
everything we need to know. Or like when they're hunting and stuff, we don't really need to hunt these days, do we?
Not-
Just go
not
down
as
to
often.
Tesco. So I guess for animals it is a bigger deal. Smell.
It
like
is.
a wolf, I think would struggle much more without smell than I would.
Probably. Yeah,
Probably.
it would. Do you know what animal's best at smelling?
Sharks.
Close. I think they're second.
Oh.
It's actually a bear.
Yeah.
A bear can smell something from 18 miles away.
I remember when we were camping in America, we had to like lock up all our food in like special bear lockers because they come
Bear
into
lock.
your
Yeah.
tent.
Is that what they're called? Bear lockers.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
Just lockers, surely.
Lockers, but
Just
they're-
a locker.
They're for all your bear stuff.
right, right.
You couldn't even have deodorant, a can of deodorant in your tent. 'Cause
Really?
They could smell that apparently.
But just because they can smell, like
They
what?
just like smells. They're like, oh, what's that? I've never smelled
It's
that
a
before.
smell.
I need it.
But they've got 18 miles radius of smell about.
They must be going mad.
They've got enough
constantly.
smell. What do they care? Your smell.
Oh, deodorant's very smelly though, isn't it?
It is, but I just don't understand what a bear wants to do with deodorant.
Maybe it's just like, oh god, I smell a bit. If it can smell that well, it's probably smelling itself, and it's like, God,
I stink.
You know what I really could do with some deodorant? I don't think they can buy it very easily.
No, I don't think they get turned away at the.
I don't think
at
I'd
the
serve a
counter.
bear.
So yeah, as you said, shark is the second rated smeller. Blood from I think it's about 10 miles away. An elephant. Apparently,
They've got a pretty big nose.
that's the answer, isn't
Yeah,
it? They got
I
a
mean-
long old nose.
Actually, thinking about that, how are sharks so good? They don't even have really a nose at all, do
They
they?
have no nose.
They just have holes.
They're more kind of like tasting stuff through their
Right.
nose, really. I think.
Because that's actually almost embarrassing of the elephant to go to all that effort to make such a long nose to only be third.
Third, yeah.
Third.
And then there's these noseless sharks
Yeah,
swimming
no,
about,
that's really-
showing them up.
Yeah, I couldn't do it from 10 miles away, idiot. What'd you bother growing that for?
Yeah, what a pointless appendage. But it leads me to the question: we get like sniffer dogs at the airport. Why are we not having sniffer bears, sniffer elephants? If these are all better at smelling stuff, go away, dogs.
I think just ease of access and safety. Bears are notoriously angry.
Right, you're saying a sniffer shark wouldn't probably be the best in
Also, not
Luton
good,
Airport.
not good in a city. Unless at the beach, maybe, sure.
Right.
But at an airport, yeah, a shark would probably be pretty useless.
Not so
And a
much.
bear, would cause quite the panic, I imagine.
But the thing about that, right, is that elephants are specifically good at smelling water from a distance. And what's the one thing you can't take on a plane?
Bombs,
What's the other thing you can't take on a plane?
a lighter.
Right. They can smell water.
Right, water. Is it water you were asking me to say? There's actually lots of things you can't take on a plane, Chris.
There are. But water's surprisingly one of them that they get really
Right.
huffy about.
Yeah.
When you try and go through security with a bottle of water on there, that elephant will go nuts.
The elephant will be able to be like, hey, him over there.
He's got some water.
He's got some
that
water.
guy 12 miles away, arriving at the airport.
Don't let him in. Skunks are pretty screwed, aren't they?
That's their like warning system.
their
They're
thing,
like,
isn't
hey,
it? Stay
smell.
away. Now they'll be like, you just sprayed me with some water, mate. What's
So
that about?
what? I don't care. I
still
can't
gonna eat
smell
you.
it. Oh, I was imagining me. I'm not going to eat it. You're talking just predators. In
Oh,
general.
not to us.
Sorry.
Just general
Yeah.
things that do want to eat skunks.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat a skunk.
Maybe we would start eating skunk after this.
Well, true. They wouldn't be so smelly. You'd be like,
They wouldn't.
Maybe they taste great.
Maybe they taste fantastic. Roasted skunk.
People do eat roadkill.
They
So
do,
I reckon
yeah.
there's some people out there who probably tried skunk. If you've tried skunk, let us know.
That's not what it tastes like.
But animals also do use pheromones, or as I thought it was pheromones. Like, but that's not like a theorem. I thought it was th, not ph.
Yeah, you're the only one, I think.
Am I the only one?
Pheromones. It's pheromones. It's pher.
Maybe it's because I'm like quite common, and I would just pronounce th as pheromones.
That's probably the answer, I think.
And so I thought everyone
pheromones.
else was just as common, and they're just like, oh yeah, no, pheromones, isn't it?
Like you said, like a theremin, like
Yeah.
that musical instrument where it's like.
So please tell me, someone out there, I'm not alone, because it's a word I don't think I've ever seen written down before.
That's true. It's not an everyday used word.
So I've just only heard it, and I hang out with a lot of commoners as well, and they're all just like, pheromones. And we're not always talking about pheromones, but whenever it's
weird
been
friends.
mentioned, and I searched it to look at this, and I was like, it's like, do you mean I was like, no, I do not mean pheromones. I mean
you correct me.
pheromones, and I didn't apparently.
Fair enough. Well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore because pheromones. We're not even gonna be able to. Well, they're there, but we just can't smell
Oh,
them.
true, yeah.
I guess.
But then is this going to be a problem for the animal communities? They're all just going to be like, I don't know who to mate with because no one's getting me going.
one's
with
getting
all
me
their
going, yeah.
pheromones.
Oh, they're all just gonna have headaches. Want to have an early
Yeah,
night.
it's like, I'm not feeling
not
it.
in
It's
the
like, but I'm
mood.
giving all of my pheromones out. It's like, I can't smell anything, mate. I'm going to go for a nap. See you later.
Maybe. I think maybe they'll end up just. Survival instincts will kick in. They'll just start doing it anyway.
Okay, good. Snakes would probably lose their hiss.
Is that why they're hissing then? They're smelling
They
the air.
smell with their tongue, don't they? They're with the little... So that's the only reason they really hiss is because they're like, what's that about? What's that? I can smell something. Is that bad? Are we going to get snuck up on by snakes more easily?
Yeah. To answer your question, yes. Everyone, beware of snakes.
Okay.
That's actually a really good point because you can't smell a snake.
Well, no.
So-
What do you reckon a snake smells like?
Probably like.
Leather?
I was going to say, something leathery. No, I think they got that kind of reptile smell, which is woof. If
I
you've
don't
ever
know.
smelt a reptile,
I used to own a lizard and I still couldn't tell you what a reptile
Really?
smells like.
there's something funky about a reptile.
When have you got around sniffing reptiles?
Oh, well, not often. Trust me. If I can avoid it, I will.
Right. I feel like you have to actively go out of your way to try and sniff a reptile.
Yeah?
I think, I don't think it's just something that happens. Oh, stop putting reptiles in my face.
There's a reptile somewhere in this room. I can smell it.
Where is he? I can smell that very
Get the
distinct
air
reptile smell.
freshener. Come on.
Dogs also can't mark their territory anymore, so there's going to be some sort of territory war between all the
no.
dogs.
Just a big
it's
dog
like, this
fight.
is my tree. It's like, mark it then. He's like, I did. He's like, I can't smell it. So,
Maybe, but then they can't. Can they not smell their own either? They'll be like,
where's my house? Where's my house?
"Where's that tree gone?
I marked it and everything.
I peed there 3 times today, and I've lost it instantly."
That's going to be a problem. What else can they do to mark their territory?
Dribble on it.
Dribble, right.
Just write their name.
In drool. Lick their name in
Yeah.
drool.
Just put their favourite toy over there.
Dogs are in for a hard time.
We're all gonna really be struggling without this.
I reckon as animals come out of this way worse than humans.
Yeah,
I
you're
reckon
right.
we just keep going and just like, yeah, whatever.
Just like,
but
oh, well.
animals, they're just like, mate, I needed that.
So we're gonna have to help the animals out. Right here, right now, we're starting a new charity.
Noses for dogs.
Yes.
Well, we act as
For
the dogs.
£1 an hour, A year. That's more reasonable. We will help.
£1 a year. We're gonna have to have a lot of people get into this charity to get any sort of benefit.
A month, then. I don't know. Some amount of money a month, and we'll guide dogs to the latest tree that they peed on.
We now become guide dogs for guide dogs.
That's what it
We
could be
have to
called.
guide-
Guide dog. Dog guides.
Dog guides for guide dogs.
So is the stigmatism of farting in public just gone now? Is it just fine? Let rip. Doesn't matter. Can't smell it.
Yeah, it's not really a problem. I think it's still a bit rude, though, isn't it? Like, even if someone farts and it doesn't even smell that bad, I'm still like, mate,
Come on.
come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But are you less annoyed at them if it doesn't smell? You're lucky that one didn't reek.
Yeah, I guess so. It's still just like,
Gross.
I don't want your butt particles all in around here.
True, but it's smell, right? Like,
Do you think the only problem is the smell?
I don't
aspect
know.
of it?
Like, a big part of it is smell. We're getting
'Cause
all
I
sorts of
don't- I
particles in
don't
our
think-
nose all the time.
Like, burps don't often smell really bad. They can do
They can.
sometimes. But generally, if someone burps, it's still a bit like, ugh, mate.
True. It's still just a bodily function in
just, like,
public.
stop it.
It's like, don't poo in public. Don't pee in public. Don't burp. Don't fart. Don't smell a BO. Because that's the other thing. Hygiene in general. Is that
Yes.
going to slip massively?
I was thinking that. Do we stop really caring as much? Because I'm not saying the only reason I shower is because I smell. I shower because you should, and it's good.
But should you? Because you smell.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think it's good for just your general health to
Probably.
be clean.
That's true. Because I don't often only shower because I smell.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I get to the point where I smell and think, wow,
You'd hope so,
I need
yeah.
a shower. I just do it anyway.
You just do it as a routine. So I think we would continue to. But I reckon there'd be some people out there who would just let it slide a bit more.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to be like, oh, mate.
I mean, there's plenty of people that let it slide right now.
Well, exactly. So without smell, can you imagine? Just me
Without-
never doing it.
So that begs the question, if nobody smelt it, did anybody dealt it?
I guess sound still exists.
Right.
So it's still quite easy
the
to
new phrase would
identify
be-
that whoever sounded it, downed it. No, that doesn't work.
Whoever heard it, turd it?
Oh,
Yeah, it needs some work still, but, we've got some
we got
ground.
something. One of the positives is that public toilets wouldn't be as big of an ordeal.
That's true. I hate that. If I'm ever in need of a public loo, I'm like, ugh, got to hold my breath
Yeah.
the whole time.
Because that'd still be gross, Yeah. It's still a gross experience.
There's still plenty of
but
other
the
senses.
worst part of it is definitely the smell.
Yeah, it's like a wall of smell
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's real bad. So that's one positive that comes out
You're
of it.
right. There are plenty of positives,
Such as...
such as all those bad smells.
Yeah, great point.
Don't need to buy air freshener anymore.
Or is that bad for the air freshener people? What if you work at an air freshener company?
I mean, yeah, sorry for you, but I don't, and none of my family do either. So I'm
How
all good.
much a month do you reckon you spend on air fresheners? Because I don't think it's going to really impact you that much.
No, I don't know though, because it's not just air fresheners; it's perfume companies too.
Yes,
They go
take a
above
big
and
hit.
beyond.
They
They're
take
just
a
not
big
trying
hit.
to freshen the air. They're trying to put their own stamp on things. But I think a lot of them, they're just all fancy schmancy companies anyway, right? Fragrance.
You don't care about them.
Fragrance. I don't. The word fragrance even annoys me a little bit. Just smell. Just call it smell. Why you got to be so fancy with it?
What new smell you got on, mate? You like my new smell?
Yeah, exactly. The new smell from Christian Dior.
I think as we mentioned before, smell does have connotations of bad.
Right, whereas fragrance.
Fragrance, nice. Oh, what's that?
You're very fragrant
I don't
today.
like that fart had a very horrible fragrance.
Sorry, everyone. Just fragranced.
Oh, excuse the fragrance on that. Honestly,
One big issue, gas, smell a gas leak. They add the smell into that gas
Yes.
so that we can smell it, so we know a gas leak's happened.
oh, this is a problem.
Gas is fragranceless.
Maybe they'll have to add a light to maybe it emits.
It emits it's a glowing
It's a
light.
glowing
Yeah, it's like a
gas.
green gas cloud.
Yeah.
Why not do that? Like in all the cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
I rarely see a green smell nowadays. Do you? Do you ever visually see smells?
No, you got to really smell to start
It's-
seeing it. I reckon that's
Green
reaching
stink
real
lights.
problems if you can start seeing the smell.
They could also maybe add like itching powder or something like that to it. So you know,
just start off.
you're like, oh no, gas leak, run.
I think it's surely easier to make it glow, right?
A glowing smell.
Or at least make it be like slightly opaque.
Yeah. They could do that, surely. They have the technology.
If they can add smell, they can add sight, I'm sure. I don't know the process that goes through, but because I don't really understand what smell is.
It's weird, isn't it?
Because I understand, like light particles and I understand sound, but I don't really get
a smell particle.
What makes something smell?
Now,
it really bothers me.
I'm no expert. Isn't it water droplets? But
Right.
you're still saying what's in the water droplets.
What is the thing that smells? What are we detecting?
The chemical.
But what?
What's a chemical?
No, but like inside, like what is it that makes it smell? What is the different? Like, do you know what I mean? I just can't.
I kind
What
of
is
do.
the thing that we are detecting that smells? What like there's photons, all right? That's fine. But what is the?
So you're happy with taste? Are you happy how taste works?
Not really.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I won't open that can of worms then.
But smell bothers me, I think, a bit more.
Right, because taste and smell are very closely linked.
Yes,
They are.
This
In fact,
is true.
Smell makes up 95% of taste. So
That's lies.
that's what the
95.
internet says.
I know it makes up a lot because I remember hearing, and people have told me I'm wrong about this, and I'll say it's true forever. But if without any sense of smell, eating a raw potato and eating an apple taste identical. Apparently,
You think that's false?
no, I think it's true, but
Oh.
people have told me it's mainly my brother. If you're listening to this, this is true, and it's a very true fact. And he was very adamant.
Public
as
call
well.
out
Oh,
right
sorry,
now.
no, apple, potato, and onion all
Would
same.
taste the same. Yeah. Well, I know people without the sense of smell, which there's 5% of the people in the world suffer with some loss of smell. And do you know what it's called? Like a person who can't see is blind. A person who can't hear is deaf. What's a person who can't smell called? You're not going to guess
I was
it.
trying to think of something funny, and I couldn't.
It's
so.
anosmic. You're anosmic.
I was going to try and say something with nose in it.
I don't think it's
I'm
like,
anosmic.
I don't think that's what the terminology means. But okay, so yeah, there's plenty of people that can't smell in the world already. 5%. That's a lot of people in
It
the
feels
world.
like statistically I must have met one.
You'd think. But
Well,
I think
I
a
don't
lot
think I've met
of
5%
it's
of the population.
it's same as like blind people as well. Not everyone's 100% blind. You're still blind if you're like 20% blind.
You can have very little sense
Exactly.
of
So some people have less smell than others, pretty much.
Yeah.
And those people say it's horrendous. They say it's horrible. They say they get depressed. They have social anxiety, all because they can't smell. It's
Really?
it's a really bad
I
thing.
really wouldn't think it'd affect you that. I imagine it'd affect eating quite a lot. Eating would be really boring.
That too as well. They say, yeah, totally have no enjoyment from food whatsoever.
Right.
It's like a really bad thing.
What's the social? Are they worried that they smell?
Yeah, exactly that. They don't know
Right.
what they smell like. And you get quite an emotional connection with people as well. You kind of learn your child's smell. You
Right.
learn your friends and family smell. Like you said,
That's it.
your nan's house has a
Yeah.
particular smell. So if that's all gone, it's a surprisingly like devastating loss.
I guess, but I would just try and find someone who I trust and be like, mate, do I smell? And they'd be like, yes, great, I'll go. Have a
Yeah,
shower.
true. Did you know we technically all get a little bit anosmic with time anyway? Like, not when we grow older. I mean, just generally, if you're around a smell, your brain basically gets bored. It's like,
Right.
I've smelt that too much now. I'm just gonna give up listening to the nose for a bit.
For like a short period of time, or say like, I don't know, I always lived around somewhere that smelled like something. Then I moved away for 10 years. Would I still not be able to smell that smell as much?
I think it comes back. I
Right,
think you
okay.
grow it back again. But yeah, basically, it's just a way for your brain to just go, all right, I realise it smells. I've had enough of that now.
Yeah, because I completely get that. 'Cause sometimes it will smell bad, and then like I think you can get used to your smell sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're like our smell, and then you get used to it, and then suddenly get a whiff of it. Oh God, I do smell. I got too used to that, or like
Yeah.
or just even that same thing of like. As I mentioned before, everyone's house has a smell, right?
Yes.
Your house has a smell, my house has a smell. But I can't smell my house smell. My house doesn't have a smell. I'm certain my house doesn't have a smell.
I can't smell
But
it
to you,
anymore.
it does, right? But your house has a smell to me.
yeah.
But you're, because we live in it.
You just get used to it.
yeah.
Your brain just gives up thingy. It's pretty crazy though, because imagine if your brain just gave up listening to other senses, like sight. If you were just stood there and you're looking at a lion for ages or
And
something,
then suddenly she's like, I've
suddenly
seen
it's
enough
just
of that line. Oh, it's gone.
where'd that lion go?
That would be so
Can you
weird.
imagine? Your brain's just like, nah,
Because
not going to bother eyes.
I know you can phase out like sound. If there's an annoying sound
Yep.
over time, you can be like, you can just spacily stop hearing it. But like, if you ever tuned in to try and listen to that again, you would.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I can't, as hard as I try, smell my house. Right now.
I don't think you can tune your nose in to begin.
It just smells like nothing.
Yeah, so weird. Well done, brain, I guess, kind of, because, it doesn't
No, I
want to
want
be...
the choice to be able to smell stuff if I
You
want
want to be able to control
I
it.
want to be like, look, I want to just quickly know what mouth smells like.
Just for 10 seconds,
5
brain.
seconds. Oh, okay, that's what it smells like.
All right, off you go again.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, did you know that we smell in stereo?
Like, we can tell where a smell is
Yep.
in the room. I guess that makes sense.
It does.
But we must be bad at it compared to like animals because that's how
big
they
time.
track, right?
Big time, yeah. Well, it's the same with like your ears as well. Obviously, got like bi-directional hearing. You can tell where a sound's coming from, and that's why we got 2 nostrils so that you can kind of like have a backup, and one of them can get like directional stuff in and that. But that leads me to the question of why aren't our nostrils further apart? Why don't we have like nostrils on either side of our head? Why are they so slap bang in the middle? You know, and we got a mouth there as well. If our tongue got better at sort of taste smelling the air, you could have 3 going on. 1 on the front, 2 on the sides.
I don't know, have a go at evolution. It's not, it's not my fault.
I'm having a go at Mother Nature right now.
Sort it out.
I want nostrils on the palms of people's hands, please.
Right, you reckon
I
that'd
want
be it?
like, Iron
That'd be
Man
good.
levels of like, what's that smell?
Because it's
Hand
weird
out.
because how is a bear so good at smelling stuff and like knowing where stuff is when, as you say, the nostrils are right next to each other?
Nostrils are always so close.
So clearly, it obviously doesn't matter. You can work with really close nostrils and still be really good at smelling.
True. I guess it's kind of like that thing in cartoons where they like float along the smell to the pie on the windowsill.
Because I've definitely like tried to sniff out a smell. You know, like sometimes you're like, there's someone in this room that smells horrible. What is it?
You do multiple sniffs. You go,
and
you sniff
you're like,
over here.
over there it smells less. Here it
Exactly.
smells more.
You
and
got to
then
do multiple smells. You can't just get it from the one.
Oh no! If I smelled right here, I couldn't tell whether it's left or right of me. But
No.
if I move slightly to my left, or
You're like,
move
oh,
slightly
it's
to my
more
right,
smelly.
more
It's less
over there.
smelly. Then you just track it down.
So you still can directionally smell, just not as much as you want with your palms of your hands. What would you use that for, though?
Locating manure fields, I guess. Another massive negative. We'll never know what The Rock was cooking. No. Never now.
I'm surprised he hasn't told us.
He hasn't revealed the information, no.
In all these years.
I think he was a bit embarrassed because it's quite bad role model, isn't it, to leave the oven on and go to a wrestling match.
Can I be entirely honest with you?
Yep.
I could never smell what The Rock was cooking.
I don't think anyone could. I don't think he was cooking anything.
They just went, it's like, yeah, mate. He's a pretty big dude, isn't he? Like, you don't want to have it. Like, could you? Honestly, mate, no, I can't.
That's the thing. He wanted to break out into being a chef. And that's what the last question he always asked the audience. Also, extra note, can anyone smell what I've been cooking? Because it's delicious, right? And everyone was like, woo! And he was like, yeah, I'm going to be a chef later in life.
Just never happened.
Had to give it up, become a movie star instead.
It's worked out all right for him, though, hasn't it?
It did.
But there we go. I think that'll do us for today. Hope you enjoyed listening.
Yep, let us know your thoughts about a world without smell. Are there any weird extra side effects that you can think of that we didn't mention? If you're listening on YouTube, you can let us know down in the comments.
Yep, but if you're listening on any of the popular podcast places, you can tweet us at Kris and Jack. That's Kris with a K.
Yep, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.